Hello everybody, this is the PA Junk Hunter. I'm going to take you all on my hunt for third rail insulators and bottles at the lake bed of Old Rocky Glen Park in Moosic, PA. This project was a bit more ambitious, so I may use some clips from the field, which are going to be a little bit less refined than my voiceover, but here we go. Found a bottle. Chelland, S.J. Chelland. It looks complete. So that was my first complete bottle find. Of course, now we get some other bottles poking out of the ground on the lake bed. A lot of broken stuff. This one is incomplete, obviously, but you can see the thickness of the glass, which gives you an idea of the age of the bottle. Here's the base of a Crass soda bottle sticking up out of the ground. We're going to find out if it's complete. I guess it's not. I do have a few complete ones at home. I don't know if it's a local brand, but once again, very thick glass. So this here is kind of strange. We're on the near side of the lake bed where we were pretty sure that the Laurel Line did not run. Yet here I found a broken third rail insulator. It's a more modern one. It's kind of in a chocolate brown design, or a glaze, and it's got the patent number on the bottom. But about a third of the insulator is missing. It's just kind of odd to us to find it on what we assumed to be the wrong side of the lake. Now, crossing over the lake to get to the other side where the Laurel Line used to run, there was a lot of nasty, muddy ground. The ground had soaked up a lot of oil from, I assume, the amusement park and all the boats and everything that they ran on it. And to illustrate my point, here's some footage of my brother walking around. And you're going to see what happens if you're not careful where you step. Yeah. That stuff doesn't really wash out. So then we're on the opposite side of the lake, and I'm by the rail bed and what used to be the shore. You see there a broken third rail insulator, and then I spot a much more complete one that was pointing to it just there. Looks kind of black from the glaze that we can see. It's got rust deposits from sitting in the dirty water. That's the underside. It lacks the patent date, so I know it's an older one. And that's the upper part with the two ears and the spot for the third rail to sit. This next segment I was calling the insulator graveyard because we're going to see a lot of partial and broken insulators from the Laurel Line. This here is a multi-part that used to hang above the train. I think it's called a catenary. It was the thing that would insulate the line above the train. Kind of hold it up there. You can see another third rail, or multi-part by the grass. Third rail next to it. Yet another broken multi-part. I was kind of hoping to find some complete multi-part high voltage insulators, but unfortunately I just kept coming up with all these partials. Here we can see it looks like the ear of a black third rail insulator. I thought maybe more of it would be there, but as I started to dig around, I realized that it is not a complete insulator. So I abandon it and go on to some of the other ones that are sticking out of the ground, try to see if we can find a whole one. More insulator carnage, unfortunately. That's an older one, also lacking the patent mark on the bottom. That is a round third rail insulator. It's kind of like a cylinder. I have one at home, but it's broken. This one looks like it might be complete other than the chip. So I'm probably going to go back to that one and dig it. And here we go. So I dug at it a bit to try to loosen it up from the ground. I'm hoping that it has both ears intact, because I'll excuse the chip on it if the insulator is mostly complete. And unfortunately, it is also broken on top. You can see there where I rubbed with my finger that the ear for holding the line is mostly missing. That lower part is actually cemented in. It's technically a two-part third rail, which I thought was kind of interesting. So my brother spotted this bottom part of an insulator sticking out of the ground. It looks to be complete, so we're going to loosen it up with a shovel and hopefully finally take one of these home. Here we go, moment of truth. They are quite heavy, so it took a bit to flip out, and unfortunately it was broken. Here's a different one that we dug out nearby there, and it does look to be complete, so I'm going to take that one home. This is a guy wire insulator that my father found. I already have one at home that isn't chipped, so I decided to leave it. Here's an unfortunate casualty of people throwing their empty bottles into the lake. Other than that Spitzer face sticking up out of the ground, the rest of the bottle was not there. But you do get to see a pretty nice view of the lake, which was really quite beautiful.
Oh! Oh my gosh. Please be whole. No, it's not. No. No! Man. M&E Co.
As you can tell by the audio, I was quite disappointed that that insulator was broken. But also surprised that there were any glass insulators around there.
Man, I didn't know that there were glass ones here. Sad. No. I might have to take it. Man. This could be a Hutchinson bottle, though. I might need my shovel.
Yeah, you definitely need it.
Moment of truth.
I was pretty upset that this turned out to be a crown top.
Wow.
But it was still a cool bottle. So, here is the final haul. What I managed to take home from the journey today. This third rail insulator here
was the one that my brother found. He thought it was complete, but it does have a corner chip there. The glaze is really interesting on it, though. It's got sort of sparkly bits in it. It's also got some chips here, but there's like golden sparkly bits there. That's what they look like underneath. It's a third rail, so the power rail would sit on top of these two parts here, which is why they're rubbed. This one over here is the one that I found. There's the damage here on the ears. But they're both really heavy. They're like 10 pounds a piece, maybe more. This one's kind of got a metallic glaze to it. I thought it was black when it was out in the wild. Then there's this cable top insulator. I was kind of debating whether I should keep it or not, but I decided to take it home. I don't know how well it's coming out, but the top of it is kind of aqua, and then the bottom is green, like a light green color, sort of like an apple green. It's marked M&E Co., Philadelphia. I assume that's McGraw and Edison. You got this E. Robinson's bottle, which I was hoping was a blob top. Turned out not to be. And it does have a crack in it there. But it's complete. E. Robinson's was a brewery in Scranton that closed for Prohibition, and they had plans to reopen, but they never did. So this bottle's got to be a pre-Prohibition bottle, I would say. And then here is probably my most interesting bottle that I found in a while. SJC and Co. is marked on the panels up at the top. And then it says Chellens, and it's from Old Forge, PA. Content 6.5 ounces. It's kind of an Art Deco style. I'm going to try to put it in a bath of Barkeeper's Friend to see if it'll clear up the glass. And that's it. So if you made it all the way to the end, thank you for watching.